Hello, comrades, it's me, the Tooth Fairy, but for limbs, and welcome back to Foundation. So last time we built this keep, and now our village is properly defended with this beautiful wall, and today we're just gonna expand a little bit. We're gonna, grow our town into a town. First thing that I noticed was I wanted to build a little granary here. Basically, these fishermen's huts are working really hard, and I noticed that our other granary, which way should I turn it? This way. Our other granary is kind of almost full of fish, and I just figured it was a better idea to have a little granary over here that can just get filled with fish, and then these guys up here can bring the fish up. I think that'll be good. And I think we could actually also add a warehouse, and same thing. Oh boy, there's not ideal amounts of room here. Actually, I think we could move it down so that the red circle doesn't overlap up here. So if we just move it like this, I think that's not gonna look too terrible. Maybe it should face that way still. Yeah, you know what? I'm happy with this. Sure. I was thinking of a couple solutions for like what to do with these trees because they look kind of meh. And I do have an idea, and we're gonna actually explore that in a little bit. So one thing that I wanted to do is I want to start producing other types of food, but there's a little bit of a problem because we've got all this empty space here, and I want to fill it with houses. So if we look at the zoning areas, I want residential to kind of go in an uninterrupted line through here. And if we start building stuff down here, they're just going to make a road, and then that'll interrupt any kind of housing ideas because people don't build if there's a road. They won't build a house there. So that's kind of why I haven't started just expanding things over here. And the other thing is that there's this little bit of iron, and if it wasn't here, then I'd put like cows here, because you can have cows grazing on slopes. But now that it is here, I'm planning to do like the iron and tool production in a little crescent over here. And that kind of, I don't know where to put the cows. We can make cows, we can make a dairy farm, but I don't know where to put it. Don't want to put it here because there's going to be houses here, and don't want to, just put it too far away at this point. Don't want to put it down here by the shore because that seems silly somehow. And the other thing is that while fields that are on slopes look really great, like in screenshots and stuff, you'll see a lot of people make fields and slopes. So like you would make wheat fields like this, just going parallel to the slope. But actually, or like perpendicular to the valley. But in reality, what you see, and this is something that you see also in the village that I'm from. So my house is on a hill, and where the farms are is down in the valley. So, there's a U shape, there's a kind of U or V shape like that. And you see houses there, and in the middle, you would always see fields, because if you think about it, if you're like a medieval town, you want your fields to be as fertile as possible, and you want them to be very nice and green. But obviously, if you live on a slope, what happens is, or if you have a field on a slope, the water will drain out, and it will all pool in the valley, which is also makes it a really bad place to make your house, because the soil will be less stable, and there's going to be a little bit more of just chance of flooding. So like whenever there's local floods and storms, this place where I live is really safe because all the water just goes down. We never have floods here. But if you go down and have a walk through the valley, you'll see that there's almost like these holes in the ground where water is rushing out because there's so much water that's just saturated the whole thing. And that's why we're going to have wheat fields in the valley. It's not going to look as cool, but I think it's going to be maybe a little bit more realistic than having them sort of on the slopes. You can have a vineyard on the slope, that's a thing, because you want it to be sort of facing the sun. But Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's just my weird thought process there. So glad we were talking about that for 5 minutes. I didn't even notice that 5 minutes had already passed. But hey, the granary's done. Oh, let's speed up the game a little bit. I was like, I'm just gonna talk until they finish the granary. And I forgot that it hadn't sped up the game. Sorry. Oh, also, we didn't assign any soldiers and no parts to this thing. So let's assign dorms to these two extensions. So these two are dorms. And then for the rest, I've not decided yet. Sure, we can make these treasuries just to kind of make it more, I don't know, just to have more money. Because our money is full. And let's hire 4 soldiers? Let's hire 6 soldiers at the start. That's a lot of soldiers, I think, but I think it's going to be okay. We did have quite a few people that were unemployed, and now I think we're going to slowly start to run out. And let's also put more space for wood and planks down here. I think this is all filled. And we can also move. I want to move those woodcutters over. Now, sometimes I notice that, like, if you delete a building and you don't unassign these people, they still think they're woodcutters. Then if we build a lumber camp closer to here, they might auto-assign themselves to it. Is that a thing? Is that a feature, or is that just something that happened sometimes? You know what? Let's have a little bit more treasury. Can we make this a treasury? It looks like we are not actually losing money, which I thought would happen because our keep has so much upkeep. So it has 300 gold upkeep, and I thought we would just tank into the zeros. So that's really nice. And we finished this forester hut. So what I wanted to do over here is I wanted to create a little pocket of land where there will be trees. And they will just be here. Oh, no, not that far. Maybe like that. And that will be the trees necessary to support our coal production when we start mining stuff here. And let's add the extraction zone. And don't forget to tell your guy or gal what to plant, and we're just gonna let's just have all of them. Let's just have a mixed trees. Now, one thing that I thought could be cool, instead of having these trees in a line like this, I thought, why don't I make some decorative trees and just kind of spread them around. I don't know, one here, and another one here, and one here. And then we can reforest this area. And we can tell people not to cut trees in this area. And then it will just look like 2 little patches of trees if that forester reaches all the way here. And I think it will look good. Hopefully it'll look good. Yeah, let's just remove all of that. What's down here? We can remove that. And there's nothing here, so we could just remove this. And all of that is marked. Let's see if they've moved. Yeah, the woodcutters have moved, which I like. It's really nice. And now we have this happening over here. So I hope that this is going to end up looking good, and then maybe we can remove this line of trees, and instead we can have 2 little kind of gardens, and we might even fence them or something, but first I'd like to see how these houses will, what these houses will look like. Oh, the forester is already working hard, and yeah, so the other thing that I wanted to do is I didn't want a road here, so let's try this. So I'm gonna try to make this forbidden land. Oh boy. And like that for now, so that if we build anything here, they're gonna make a road through this. That's the idea. I don't know how well it will work. see, what can we build? We could build a dairy farm here. I think that looks really silly next to the fort. I don't really know what could go next to the fort and not look silly. You know, because it's a fort, and then suddenly it's like, oh, hey, here's a tailor or whatever. Maybe a sawmill, because it kind of has the same color scheme, but we don't really need an extra sawmill. So let's just go with a dairy farm for now, and if we decide that we have some better ideas what to put here, we can move it. Although the other thing we could do is, instead of taking all of the iron production in this crescent, we could just have it be like this and then like this. So it's flanking the residential area, which will need a lot of decoration in order to stay nice. But probably it should be nice. Oh no. Oh, I was like, why aren't we promoting people? Aha. I disabled the Great Hall while I was doing the speed up of the fort build, because if you don't do that, then it will just pause the game for you. So yeah, that's the thing that I forgot. Yeah, cool. I think this is nice. We did get a mission. We got a mission, right? Yeah, easy mission, of course. We're gonna have an easy mission, and I would like to see. We're gonna arm these people and not Rupert. So we're gonna send everyone but Rupert. Antoine. Oh, we can't. Oh, we did send Rupert. Rupert, no. And yeah, we're just gonna send these guys on a mission. Oh, they're going around. Oh no, are they going to the village center first? Yeah, they're going to the village center, and then they gather there, and then they go. Okay, cool. I was worried they couldn't walk through here, but I think they should be able to. So yeah, did I? Oh, yeah, no, I said that we're gonna make a metal thing here. So we just need to wait until end of the month, and then once that's done, oh boy, why are you guys down here? And once that's done, then we're gonna be able to promote 5 commoners, and once we have 20 commoners, we can build the iron stuff. And then we can move on to the other type of food. I know that this is kind of a roundabout way of doing it. Also, our money is always full, so I'm just gonna already buy this zone. I don't know. We kind of have to buy all these zones early to deforest them, because we're planning to do a lot of like farming and stuff. So we've got to remove the forest. But yeah. Cool. Also, I wanted to also say thanks to Pickled Cow for saying that you like the detail in the buildings. I really like that you appreciate this. And also, shout out to Zachary Smith, who's been commenting on some of my videos. I'm glad you're enjoying them. And hopefully you stick around, and hopefully you're having fun, even when they're a little bit more chill like this. And the Wild Nath commented, I think, on the very first video in this series, in this town series. So I hope you're enjoying the town. Oh, also, I should rename this church. Now, I only got one suggestion from the Wild Nath, which was a good suggestion, but I've decided, since we have this statue here, I wanted to call it Church of the Sacred Sheep. Because it's a sacred sheep. I kind of, now I need a name for the keep, and I still don't know what to call this town. But we'll figure that out in the next few, I think, videos. We're gonna slowly come up with something good, I think. Let's see if the forester is planting any trees down here, though. Maybe my plan isn't working as much as I thought it would. Oh no, wait, is something? Nope, nothing's happening. We'll see. Maybe extend it a little bit. Also, for the next 2 weeks or so, I'm not gonna have a lot of time to edit the videos, so recording it it doesn't take a lot of time to record a video. You just record a video, except if I do a time lapse, then it takes a little bit longer, but still, it's relatively short. But then the editing takes quite a while because the software I'm using takes ages to render. I might switch it soon to DaVinci Resolve, which would make things a lot faster, I think. And DaVinci is free, so I think that would be nice. But yeah, I'm gonna be really busy with life stuff in the next 2 weeks, so yeah, I might not be able to edit as much. I'll still be uploading every day, but they just won't be edited. There won't be text floating on screen and stuff. But yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy them just the same. Let's see. Oh no. I feel like if we risk it now, it's not great. Success probability is average. You know what? Let's bring them back and maybe they'll have leveled a bit. You know, and then in the next mission, they're going to be stronger. So, yeah. We've got a couple more days till the week rolls around and then we can promote people. Oh man, I really should have remembered to have that great haul. Everybody's really happy, which is nice, but it doesn't seem like we're getting more people joining the town, which is a bit concerning. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe... See, from the 2 people who were passing by, 0 decided to join the village. Maybe everybody needs to have a job. Oh yeah, we do have a lot of unemployed people, so let's just make sure that we let's upgrade to 8 soldiers as well. And then so we decided we're gonna have a metal thing here. Why don't we start? Oh boy. You know what? No, I've decided we can already start, I think, with a wheat farm. Though this is a bit silly because there's obviously we're not gonna have wheat, even though apparently according to the desirability for wheat, it is very high desirability on the coast, but we're gonna have it here in the valley. Now I wanted to start it somewhere around here, but since you know we've got to start, I think we can just start it here and it shouldn't be too bad or look too silly. And I'm gonna turn it like this. And we're just gonna see how that's gonna end up looking. Maybe it'll look really stupid, but maybe not. Alright, so we've promoted 5 more commoners just when I started doing something else. Here we go, 5 more commoners, excellent. So we also need to remember to keep an eye on our clothes, because if our clothes start going down, means that we have too many commoners. And they're gonna start being unhappy because there's not enough clothes. Where did we get this bread? Oh, from the mission. We had a mission and we got bread. We should make some room for bread. Let's put bread over there. Okay, so now let's start with the production of tools. I actually started this really late in my previous game, so I always see it as a kind of late game addition, but... Okay, now we need to let them build a road here. Okay. I don't want you guys to build it straight through, so I want you to build it as close to the side of the thing as possible. And we're gonna build a, nope, not a coal hut, an iron mine. Right here. House is upgrading. Oh, you sweet child, you don't know what's coming. A lot of undesirable buildings are coming. Alright, so wood and planks. I just want to make sure that we don't have full wood anywhere because that would slow down the clearing of this place. So we're probably going to have a lot of warehouses just chock full of wood and planks at this point. I'm just going to add another one. I think we can add it right there. And that should hopefully allow us to clear this stuff quickly. Also, I like this road. It's a bit sort of cutty-offy. Like, there's no flow here, but I think it's gonna end up looking good. Yeah, so let's just keep on working on this stuff. What else are we doing? What else are we doing? So the other thing I wanted to add here, I think Slay and I talked about this when we were choosing the map. This is a perfect place for like a keep and a manor, sort of something that you can make look like a castle. So maybe I'll use a combination of different monuments just to make it look like it's really a castle. But this is more of a long-term thing, and I want to do this when I also have time to edit, so that we can do cool speed ups and stuff like that. The other thing that I was thinking about is like, sure, I could make a bread production thing down here. I think it doesn't seem weird that bakeries would be down here, but what does seem weird is that a mill would be under the cliff. Like a mill is something that you'd put on top of a cliff, I think, because of the wind. So I'm just thinking whether or not we should kind of make these far apart. Like, they don't need to be touching, they don't need to be close to each other. They could just be spread out. So at this point, I'm just gonna do this. I want to make these pretty later, but since this is the first one, we could just do whatever we want. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it could be... Oh no, that is not what I wanted. That is not what I wanted. Also, there is a farm field zone. Don't be crazy. Okay, well, I wanted them to make a road like there above the thing, but this is fine. We can work with this. We can work with this. It's fine. It should be fine. Yeah, I think it's not gonna look too silly. An envoy. Oh, I missed it. Because I have the game sped up so much, by the time I notice that the envoy is there, they're like, oh my god, I'm tired of waiting. Goodbye. It's like, fair enough. Fair enough. Who are you? Who are you? Are these people that are joining us? Yeah, so we are gonna have some food trouble soon. I can smell it because we're still good with fish. Also, I'm gonna tell these people to bring berries and fish here. And now that we have this road, I think we can safely add a gathering hut over here. Yeah, I think we're gonna add one gathering hut on this end. We can't have that facing out because it looks really silly because it's floating. So we're gonna have one gathering hut on this end and another gathering hut on this end, and then a granary. Now, a granary could be sort of on the inside here. I think that might look okay, like it wouldn't look too outlandish. But at the same time, I don't want it to interrupt too much road. Maybe we'll make it here. Is that too far away? We could make it down here. Or just on the rocks. I think we're not going to pick these rocks, so we could just have it there. Oh, no. Why are you saying there's no zone? There is clearly a zone. There's clearly a zone. There's clearly a zone. There might be a bug. I think I read somewhere that there's a bug where you need to like load, save and load. So we'll see that in the next video if that's resolved itself. Oh, we're out of unemployed people. Cool. Hopefully that means more people will come and they will spread the residential area, and then we can build some more. See, this is what I didn't want. I'm actually gonna tell them not to do that. We're gonna make a little semicircle here. So if you want to make a road, we're gonna do that. If you want to make a road, you better just go next to the wall. I think that's gonna be fine. Yay! Look at that. That's the road I wanted. Cool. Yeah, it's really annoying having to plan for the... Oh, did I tell them to put stone here? That was an accident. That was an accident, but sure. Sure you can put stone there. That's fine. Yeah, I think that's nice. Yeah, it's really it's sometimes annoying when you have to plan the roads correctly just because the residential people will not build over roads. I kind of feel like it should be fine for them to build over roads, or that you could decide that somehow. Also, how do we feel about this forest now? Let's see. Let's remove some of these that are clearly in a line, just so that they look a little bit less like they're in a line. How do we feel about these two little chunks? I think they look okay. Maybe we can add a little bush down there. Just so that it makes it clear like it's a little bit more of a garden and less of just like a forest. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Kind of. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't look nice. Can we do a tiny something? I think it looks okay. And I want to ask my soldiers what they're up to. Oh, no. You know what? I don't want to ask my soldiers what they're up to. How do I ask my soldiers what they're up to? Military. Oh, it's just an extremely difficult mission? Yeah, I don't think we're going to send people on that one. I want to add the coal stuff. But I've just noticed that we're actually 27 minutes in. So we're going to add the coal stuff next time. We're gonna start our iron stuff here. We're gonna start the iron everything and try to make our own tools so we don't have to buy them anymore. How are we with clothes? We're still okay with clothes, so let's do... Should we do 5 more commoners? Yeah. And actually I wanted more houses. Oh, that was a mistake. I should have just... There we go. So now we should have more houses springing up because serfs. I should have done that earlier. So yeah, I think as soon as they become serfs, they're gonna start building buildings, and that is what I should have also done at the start. It's fine. It's fine. It was a busy week. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up here, and then next time we're gonna be expanding a little bit more. Oh look, it's working. It's working. We're not gonna keep this wheat farm. I've already decided. It's too close to the shore. It looks too silly. But for now, it's fine. Have started 2 different things. I'm a bit annoyed by that, and like if you're the kind of person who likes to see something started and brought to completion, I apologize. This video is not for you. But yeah, in the next video I do want to... Ooh, military mission. Yeah, so in the next video we're going to be doing military missions, we're going to be starting production of tools, and hopefully also start the production of some actual bread and cheese, and maybe we'll start hunting. And how far away is a tavern? That's a good question. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, Hunter's Hut we can already do. What's the tavern? Tavern's over here. Yep. So we have a lot we can do in the next few videos. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. This was a bit more of a chill thing. And yeah, if you liked it, you can do all the things that you do when you like a video. I also am going to put some stuff on screen that you can check out, some other videos and other things. And yeah, hopefully you had a good time, and I will be seeing you around the corner.